Hey everybody, it's Scott. In this episode of What's New at Disc Giant for the week, we're going to take a look at some MVP we just got in. We're going to take a look at some custom stamped dynamic discs that has the Lizard Peak, some older art from Lizard Peak on it, but I did that so we could get some other selections that weren't otherwise available. So that stamp was not previously run on these models, so there's no it was limited and only on the certain types of discs, and then he reprinted those. No, that's not. I would never do that. It's different models that were not available then when we printed those. So there's some more DD. There's some higher end DD bags. We've got 4 or 5 new bags in, and also there are a whole bunch of choice Innova selections with art from the Reno AM Jam that just wrapped up that you'll find there. So check it out. There's also going to be some shirts from the AM Jam. Some were not at the AM Jam. A lot of people saw those shirts and can't wait to get their hands on them. They're auctioning for a lot of money. You can get them for a regular, reasonable price here at the pop-up shop at Washoe. So come check it out. I'll hit all that stuff when we go through the video, see what is new, and we hope to see you out there. All right, everybody, prepare to have your minds blown. A lot of this stuff was hard to get for a while, and now I got a chance to grab some, so I did so. There's a whole giant stack of Eclipse. If you're familiar with MVP plastics, you'll know that Eclipse plastic is glow-in-the-dark plastic. There's a whole big stack of Eclipse putters here. Most of this stuff is going to be in weights down to, on the putters, 170, maybe as light as 165, but the drivers will be down to 165. There's a whole stack of Eclipse Envies. All right, that's one of the things that you'll find at Disc Giant this weekend and in the future. All right, there's a couple stacks of, there's a stack of Proxy Cosmic Electron firms, all kinds of just savage, just mind-blowing colors on these. Really stoked. I mean, God, I would just be like, I don't putt with proxies, but I'll take those and I'll see what I can do with them. Anyway, a stack of, this is also Cosmic Electron, but these are soft, a little grippier, a little softer. Now, I'll get to more putters in a bit, but there's a whole giant stack here of Craves. Now, the reason I've got so much of some of these things is because there really aren't a whole lot of models available right now that you can get your hands on. And some dealers can't even get any of it. So look, they made some of their most popular models, and a lot of people that are fans of MVP might not know this. MVP shut down on April 10th, and they will be completely shut down for a complete month to retool their production. They're like everybody, there's a plastic shortage. People are trying to get their hands on their stuff. They can't meet demand. They're taking a big gamble, not a big gamble, but it's a big move to shut down your facility for a whole month and then retool so that when you come back, you come out guns blazing. All right, all this stuff is stock stamps. When they get back up and running, I'm going to be doing some wicked custom triple foil stamps when we're able to, but in the meantime, there's a bunch of awesome, just incredible selections on these Craves. So we've got a couple of plastics. We've got the Cosmic Neutron, which there's just some mind-blowing selections. There's also, if you're like, man, that's too much for, God, look at that. That's too much for me. I'm more of a plain guy. Look, okay, so fine. Some regular Craves in Neutron plastic are also here for you to pick from, and weights down on the drivers down to 165. All right, moving on. There's also some, I'm not sure exactly what you refer to this as. These are the solid one-piece molds of Trace's Sarah Holcomb Trace Sarah Holcomb signature edition, because she's sponsored by MVP. She's one of their killers on their team. Anyway, there's a stack of these just came out, and again, they came out and they're going to be gone, and no one's going to be able to get them for at least, by the time they get in dealers' hands again, 2 months. Mark my words. But anyway, whew, just ferocious. Sarah Hokum signature traces. Some on the streamlined stuff. What do they call this? Proton? Oh, it's still the same. Okay, look, there's some Proton streamlined traces. These are all swirly also. But if you like this plastic better, your chance to get your hands on some is happening now. All right, more putters coming your way. We've got some Envies. Tons of people's favorite offering from MVP. So there's a stack of this Cosmic Electrum medium Envies. There are some, well, there's more mediums. More mediums. There are some softs. Those might be in a different box right now. So anyway, there's some softs, there's some mediums. There's tons of choices. All right. There's some proxies in solid colors. There's tons more than this. I'm pulling out some random stuff here really quick. Firm proxies. There are some, I got some different plastics. There's softs, there's firms, there's mediums. Medium Envies, soft Envies. We get into some atoms, firm atoms. Oh, I see what's happening here. And then we also start to, this is going to be fun going through all these. Okay, look, there's also a whole stack of different plastics, different minis that came in also. And they've got them hidden in between all these discs, which, okay, that's fine. Firm atoms, soft atoms. I'm not sure if there's mediums, but we're going to keep looking here. All kinds of good stuff. Different plastics on the minis. Some of the coolest minis you've ever seen. And just, some of you may have seen the RDGA ones I made a few years ago. Those were just outrageous. And until we can get more custom stuff made, we've got some stock ones and just super, super cool. All right, with one more box, I started to pull out some of the minis. I guess I already got them. There's some, look at different plastics in the minis. There's the Cosmic Neutrons. There's going to be more because they're all in here between the discs. There's some of these Metal Flake and some of these pearlescent, and there's some of the standard neutron. Oh, they call this plasma anyway. So there's a bunch of different minis, and that's just a small sampling. In this box, another box, there's a whole other stack of Cosmic Electron soft Envies. There is a bunch more of the Cosmic Electron soft proxies. Again, they're right now, this is right before they shut down. This is what I was able to get. There's not tons of different variation in how many models there are, but these are their top sellers right now, and that's because everybody loves these discs. Anyway, a bunch of, there's some medium proxies, and again, minis are just flying everywhere, and there's, we get back into some more Envies and just incredible selections. Come down and see us and you will get your pick of these discs that right now are very hard to come by. Now on to DD. Alright, so we're going to have some, in all of these you're probably going to find some different plastics. We have some harps with the stamp on them that I was showing you. There's some Mercies. I mean, you might find the Origio plastics. You might find some BT hard, some BT medium. Anyway, there's some different pures. A lot of this stuff is in the burst plastic. I personally love it. I find that I think it's very satisfying to look at and to marvel and to hold, and I really dig it. Anyway, there's a stack of deputies. There is a stack of Underworlds. Those aren't putters, but a driver. You can look into it, see what that does. A couple stacks of Wardens. Oof, just look at that one. Love it. Some stacks of Wardens. what we're getting at is Putter City here. All right, so with that stamp, we've got some new judges. We have some new, more Wardens. You already saw some of those in the last box. But anyway, that might be a different plastic is what's going on here. This is of particular interest. The EMAC Judge just came out, and we were looking at it, and it feels and looks an awful lot, we thought, like a Maiden. The Maiden, before that EMAC Judge came out, has long been, at least since its release, has been Dynamic Disc's top-selling putter. People have been all over this. And it's got a very subtle bead. It's got a nice profile. It feels great. When you hold it, it feels good in the hand, people like to say. All right, there's some Maidens with the stamp. And there are some Keystones. Another popular putter recently that's maybe a different selection to mix things up. All right, there's some of those. Next up, we have some, is this a Felon? We have some Mavericks, some Lucid Mavericks, and some Lucid Felons with that stamp. There are some more Judges, a few more Judges in solid colors, if that's more your thing. There are a bunch of these Burst Mavericks in a softer pro-like. Everybody compares everything to Innova. We talked about that last night at League, but it's like more like pro plastic. And there are some more Pures in different plastic Burst, that Burst, juicy Burst goodness. And there are a stack of Guards, definitely a different profile putter. Feels more like a Warlock to me, but a very cool blunt nose putter. And also, I missed this, some Lucid Raiders with this stamp. Anyway, that's the new discs from Dynamic. We'll look really quick at the new bags. All right, the new shipment of bags is all Combat Ragers. We still have one left of the Atomic Red. That's a very cool color scheme. But the new ones that came in, Combat Olive. This is Dynamic Discs upper end disc golf bag. You'll have to check things, look online, see how many it holds. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I love this one, Tropic. Combat Ranger in Tropic. Combat Ranger in Velocity Blue. That's a very cool one. And this one, a little more stealth, Heather Charcoal. Those will be available this weekend. All right, some of the new Innova with the last tournament art, which was, let me see from this side, which was the three-eyed monster bird from the AM Jam. Anyway, look, some of this stuff is specialty plastic and very hard to come by, and others like this is just as regular Star will be more cost effective. But look, Star Wrap, harder to come by a lot. Shimmer Star, this metallic Star Wrap. There are some Glow, another very limited release plastic, Glow XT Novas. There are some of these Luster Champion AVRX3s. If you're a fan of this disc, I will tell you that in this plastic, it is the most stable configuration you can purchase in this plastic. And it is for that reason that I, in particular, my son Maximus, choose that plastic and that putter for some great throwing. Anyway, it's a great approach putter and stable, so you can do some nasty stuff with it. Look, this is a Shimmer Star. There's some Shimmer Star T-Bird. There are some G-Star T-Bird 3. There are some Luster Champ T-Bird 3. There are some regular Champ T-Bird 3. Well, why would you have Luster Champ and regular Champ T-Bird 3s, you might ask? And it's because the Luster Champ is harder to come by, but it's also a little more stable. So if you love a T-Bird 3, but you're wishing it was a little more stable, go for the Luster Champ. All right, look, there's some Transitional Star Firebirds. These are very reminiscent of Halo, but these are all all one of a kind because they have unique characteristics. And it's a special process that makes the plastic mix like this, and these are extremely difficult to find. All right, it keeps coming. There's some Colored Glow Wraiths. Colored Glow is only available if you are visiting someone who just ran or are visiting a tournament that is sponsored by, presented by Innova Champion Discs. So, anyway, hard to come by because of that. Colored Glow Wraiths, Star Bosses. There's a stack of Star Bosses. There are a stack, same deal with Colored Glow T-Birds, stack of Colored Glow T-Birds. Another hard to find plastic, Metal Flake. Some Metal Flake Roadrunners in great colors. Mystere. Some Shimmer Star Metallic Mysteres. Star Katanas. More Blizzard Bosses. Getting a great disc in a lower weight can help people without the arm speed throw them and get more distance. Some Champ Eagles. Also, Idai Star Corvettes. Some Star Wraiths. Some Shimmer Star Leopard 3s. I like that one. A stack of Star Destroyers, still the best-selling disc made in disc golf. I'm assuming that means it's the most popular. And some Champ Valkyries. So that's what we've got new this week. Come down and see us, and we will help you find some treasures.